The State Investigation Agency, that's SIA J&K Terror Investigation Unit, to reach the blast site shortly. So Tejinder, as you were telling us, despite the fact that there were no casualties, the fact is there were two consecutive blasts in a short span of just 6 to 8 hours difference between the two of them. The sticky bombs were used, and it is a big matter of concern for the security agencies. Also tell us about the spate of incidents that you have spoken to us about in Udhampur and about the area on the terror radar.
Shilpa, the State Investigation Agency, which is the premier terror investigation agency of Jammu and Kashmir, their teams have been dispatched to the blast site. As we were earlier mentioning, that the Forensic Science Laboratory team of the Jammu and Kashmir Police and also the Forensic and Bomb Disposal Squad of the Indian Army, they have already reached the spot. They are collecting the samples. After examining the spot, the sources within the security establishment, they are seeing that in every possibility, in every likelihood, it seems to be a sticky bomb that was planted in these two buses. If you remember, just a couple of months ago, there was a similar kind of sticky bomb that was planted in
Tejinder,
a bus.
Stay with us. Request you to stay with us because we're also currently being joined by Mr. Kavinder Gupta, the former Deputy CM of J&K. A very good morning to you, sir. The fact that these two bombs in a short span of about 6 to 8 hours between the two of them, the sticky bomb being used, only 2 people have sustained injuries, thankfully out of danger. But how do you view this terror attack and incident? Do you believe that this could be the start of something bigger? And what do you think about the locations that were chosen?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि सुरक्षा बलों की सतर्कता के कारण से बहुत बड़ा हादसे ये टले हैं। एजेंसी यहाँ पर अच्छा काम कर रही हैं, सुरक्षा बल हमेशा से सतर्क रहते हैं, लेकिन कल जो केंद्र सरकार द्वारा पीएफआई को बैन किया गया है, ये वही लोग हैं जो हर प्रदेश में इस प्रकार की घटनाओं को अंजाम देने की कोशिश करते हैं। जो बताया गया था कि 9 इनकी संस्थाएं चलती हैं, इसके अलावा जैश-ए मोहम्मद, लश्कर तोयबा, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन, ये सभी जम्मू कश्मीर में अभी भी सतर्क होने की कोशिश करते हैं। पाकिस्तान के इशारों पर इस प्रकार का काम किया जाता है, लेकिन ये समझना चाहिए कि वो चाहते हैं कि जम्मू कश्मीर में जो शांति बहाली हो रही है उसमें कहीं ना कहीं वादा डाली जाए, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि एक जो बहुत बड़ी घटना हो सकती है उसको रोका गया है। इसके लिए सुरक्षा बल तो बधाई के पात्र हैं ही। तो खास करके उधमपुर हमारा जो नॉर्दर्न कमांड का एरिया आता है, वहां पर अधिकांश बसेस में हमारे आर्मी के जवान, दूसरे लोग यहाँ पर रहते हैं। इस प्रकार की एक कोशिश की गई थी, लेकिन ये मानना चाहिए कि बहुत बड़ा हादसा टला है। अभी भी जो जीरो टॉलरेंस पर काम किया जा रहा है, अभी भी ऐसे लोगों को निकालने की जरूरत है।
So, but if there was already an inkling that the PFI could be retaliating in this manner, do you think more preventive measures should have been put in place to curtail any such incidents of this sort, and that there should have been more eyes and security forces on the ground? Okay. Going across to my colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi. Tejinder, as you heard Mr. Kavinder Gupta there saying that he suspects this is the hand of PFI. Does that seem to be the popular sentiment there?
You see, Shilpa, I would not agree with this sentiment, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, because PFI does not have any presence in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We all know that there are several big terror outfits, including Jaish-e Mohammed, Lashkar Toiba, Hizbul Mujahideen, the Resistance Front. These are all Pakistan-sponsored, Pakistan-backed and Pakistan-based terror outfits which have been carrying out terror activities in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. And there is every possibility that one of these terror outfits, which include Lashkar Toiba, the Hizbul Mujahideen or Jaish-e Mohammed, these are the deadly terror outfits that could be behind this type of terror attack. And yes, there could be possibility that these terror organizations or terror outfits, they carried out this terror attack just as a retaliation against the ban on PFI. But saying that PFI is directly involved in carrying out such type of terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. They don't have these resources. They don't have much presence in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. But this being a matter of investigation, our security agencies, they are capable enough to identify the terror outfit which is responsible for this type of terror attack which has happened. And now our sources are confirming that this could have been a sticky bomb. 2 sticky bombs could have been used. If you remember, in the last couple of months, the security agencies in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir have been warning the people, especially the drivers, have been telling them to check their vehicles before they embark on those vehicles or they start their vehicles, because they have these inputs that in order to target the civilians, in order to target the masses, the terror outfits will try to use sticky bombs to carry out such kind of attacks. If you remember, there was a similar kind of sticky bomb attack on a bus that was from its way from Vaishno Devi, from Katra to Jammu, this attack happened a couple of months ago, in which 4 people, they lost their lives and large number of people, they were injured. So the security agencies, they know that these type of attacks are going to happen. There were several sticky bombs that were recovered, several drone droppings that were recovered by the security forces, also had large consignment of sticky bombs, and these sticky bombs are being sent with the purpose to carry out these type of attacks on civilians, on buses, and at those vulnerable places wherein there are large number of people. Last year, when a terrorist from Ramban area was arrested from Jammu, he had a large consignment of IED. He was carrying an IED 6 kilogram in weight, and the IED was sent with the purpose to carry out attacks on crowded places in Jammu region. So the security agencies in Jammu region, they have this type of information. There's that Pakistan and Pakistan-based terror outfits, they want to carry out major strikes across Jammu region, given the fact that in Kashmir Valley, the news against the terror outfit has been tightened. Large number of terrorists, including their top commanders, have been eliminated. So to carry
Stay with us, Tejinder. I'm sorry to interrupt you, because we're also joined by Patikrit Pen, security analyst. Very good morning to you, Patikrit. How do you view these 2 bombs that have been placed in a short span of 6 to 8 hours within each other? Do you think the fact that they were placed in deserted areas mostly is more of a warning sign? Also, when I spoke to the Deputy CM of J&K earlier, Mr. Kavinder Gupta, he believed it's a direct hand of the PFI, whereas my colleague tells me that the prevailing sentiment is that there could be other groups such as Jaish or other militant groups backed by Pakistan who are retaliating to the PFI ban but not direct hand of the PFI ban. What do you feel about it?
Well, we have seen these kinds of attacks in the past as well. A sticky bomb is basically a kind of a magnetic, bomb that you can just, somebody passing by the bus or something, you can just make it latch on to the bus, and then the explosion can happen at any time as per the detonation, timing given. This is an emerging scenario in India. We have seen in the last year a few blasts like this, and this is extremely dangerous. Fortunately, this time there has been not much casualty, and this is where it has to be very careful. One has to be very careful, because anything which is metallic, it can latch onto it, especially if magnet is used. So buses are always very, very vulnerable. The reason perhaps they did it at night is because just to send a warning sign. It seems apparently that the objective was not to have major casualty, but to send a warning sign. Yes, there is a possibility, though there is no confirmation as of yet, if it is because of a retaliation for the ban on PFI. But there is no denial of one thing, that Popular Front of India has been banned because of its alleged links with several organizations which had connection with terror organizations like Al-Qaeda. So the possibility of any organization which is linked to Al-Qaeda doing it in some kind of a retaliation cannot be ruled out. And this is where, the new dimensions of threats emerge, where they might not use an AK-47, they might not use a Fidai attack. Somebody who can just, look like a normal person can, while passing across a vehicle, can put on that bomb.